So I'm being asked to talk about how education is, and with new students coming in after a pandemic, how it's going to be, what we are doing and how we are doing it. Which is, to be honest, quite a difficult one because it's all very up in the air at the moment. We don't really know how October is going to be. We don't know how many people are going to be here. We don't know whether or not there's going to be an issue with a lot of our international students coming back, or whether or not actually people want to come back to the classroom. I think it's going to be a hybrid of a mixture of both. So we are offering hybrid teaching in all of our classrooms. What we're doing is, for the business school, they have gone completely Zoom. So they are hybrid teaching, they are Zoom teaching, they have international students, they do executive education in Singapore, but is taught in England. So they are a very different category to the rest of college. The rest of college, we are doing elements in rooms. So we're doing some rooms which are going to be full hybrid teaching, so where they're going to be full Zoom rooms or full Teams rooms. The other rooms, we are doing them so that they all can have hybrid teaching. So that means that people who have COVID or even disabilities, it doesn't have to be COVID, it could be a disability or even, let's say, the flu. And if they can't make it into college, they can still, through a Teams meeting, join. But they are still expecting the majority of students to be on campus. That's what they would like at the moment. Obviously, when October comes, whether that is feasible is another matter, but that's what they would like to achieve. So we're changing the rooms very slightly, only very slightly. The rooms that don't have AV in them, which we do have some, which we use for what we call drawing rooms, usually for mechanical engineering, we're putting AV in them so that people can then do hybrid teaching. For the large lecture theatres, all we're doing is putting basically another screen on the desk so that the gallery view can be seen. If people ask questions, it's done through the chat. And then the academic will repeat it so the people inside the room will actually understand what's going on. It's very similar to how we have always done lecture recording through Panopto. I think attending the event on the 1st of October would be great because there's going to be lots of different people talking about the experiences they've had in the last 18 months of how they have dealt with hybrid working, hybrid teaching. So it's not just going to be academic institutions there. There's a lot of the corporate world there because they're interested to see how the academic world are probably leading the charge at the moment, I would say. And about how we are going to hybrid working and hybrid teaching. So I think it would be a very interesting event, and because there will be lots of information and lots of ways that people have been doing things which are probably completely outside the box, which would be really good, interesting to hear. Every department wants different things, but they all want the same thing as well. So they all want to do hybrid teaching, but some in different ways than others. I think the biggest change will be actually through the staff, because the staff have really had a great work-life balance recently. It's been so nice for people who've got children or people who've got, caring dependencies, or even actually people who live far away and travel in 5 days a week. It puts a loss on them. The saving of money as well on public transport. So I think there's going to be a lot of, do we have to come back to the office? Why are we coming back to the office? I don't think anybody's going to be able to work 100% from home yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if that does come in at some point. There are going to be people there who don't have to be in the office because of the jobs that they do, but there are going to be people who need to be on hand when they're looking after hardware or they're supporting students and staff. So there's going to be a real mix. But I can see a lot of offices probably changing use to either help the students out or actually just be more flexible teaching or more flexible workspaces for the staff when they come in.